every single week to get dialed in for the week. These are the meals that we use to build vegan muscle. We're going to make 20 meals today, not 20 different meals, but 10 for me and 10 for Ilana. There's going to be 2 variations. So the first one's going to be tofu, rice, and veggies. We're going to show you guys our secret tofu recipe. Well, it's not much of a secret after this because you're going to know it. And then for the other meal, we're going to do rice, seitan. We do our own homemade seitan, one of our other favorite plant-based sources of protein. Then we're going to do some different veggies and some garbanzo beans with that meal. So let's get it started.
Let's go. All right, let's start with the tofu.
Okay.
All right, so first things up, let me just get the oven on. Bake that at 400 degrees. So we'll just get that preheating. All right. Meanwhile, I'll open these up. So we get organic, extra firm tofu from Costco every 2 weeks. In fact, we just filmed a video of our grocery shop haul from Costco and Staff of Life, the other grocery store we go to in Santa Cruz. So that'll be up on the channel, on our YouTube channel pretty soon. If you aren't subscribed on YouTube, I don't know how many of you are actually on here right now, but
2 people.
Oh, the 2 people that are on here. If you aren't subscribed on YouTube, we're trying to reach 700 subscribers. If we do that, Mitchell's going to do a backflip for you guys. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube.
Wait, we forgot to post the video of me doing the backflip preemptively.
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you haven't done that yet, supposedly.
Okay.
He's going to do it. All right. So, I'm going to get out more tofu. All right. So, this is one of the best protein sources that you can get as a vegan. So, if you are plant-based, vegan, or vegan interested, I recommend making sure that you're getting good protein sources in your meals. That does not mean beans. Beans are not high in protein. They're much higher in fiber, carbohydrates, but you're not going to get enough protein to build muscle out of it. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure you get some tofu in your diet. That's going to be a really good source for you.
Mr. Jukes U says, bro behind the camera sounds exactly like our local Walmart crop duster.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
And Patty Hayes on YouTube said hi.
Hi, Patty. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to everyone who's here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns during the live stream today, please feel free to comment it. We may or may not read it out, just depending on what you comment. But you know, if you comment it, we might answer it. So
why don't you tell our new viewers what's going on and what this stream is about?
Yeah, so we are meal prepping right now. We are making 20 total meals today. So 10 for me, 10 for Mitchell, 5 each of our lunch and dinners for the week. So that way we are prepared to go work out all week, to do our work as personal trainers, and we don't have to think about what our lunch and dinner is for the entire week. So we do this every Sunday. Highly recommend it. Huh?
Want to tell them what we're cooking too?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Highly recommend it. It's one of the best ways that you can keep with your goals. So we're making tofu, rice, and veggies for our first meal. Second meal is going to have seitan, and it's also going to have rice. Or actually, are we doing quinoa this week? We might be doing quinoa this week. We did rice last week. We tried to switch it up. And then a different set of veggies, and we also put garbanzo beans in that one. So that is what our meal preps are. Super simple. This takes us about 2 hours. Probably a little bit less if we weren't live streaming, but about 2 hours is how long this takes. And then we don't have to cook any lunch or dinner for the entire week. So it seems like a big time commitment right now, but in the future, no time commitment at all. Do we have any comments or questions at the moment?
No. Yeah, it's a live Q&A, guys. If you have any questions about your nutrition, about meal prepping, fitness, drop them in the chat. Oh, someone said close the door to the washroom.
Oh, we forgot to do that. Yeah,
sorry, yeah, we have a small house.
Place. It looks a little funny that it's right next to our kitchen. You want to close that?
Oh, yeah. It's funny how every time that happens, someone says
It's
something.
kind of gross to look at. I
Yeah,
understand,
sorry, bad
but-
background.
Why don't you introduce them to Milo right now? This is a good time to introduce them to our dog.
Yeah, thank you, Dikshituda. That's their name, who told us to close the washroom. This is our dog Milo. He sleeps on the couch while we live stream. He'll be around when we open the beans. He likes to come about.
Yeah. He usually comes forward at that point. He likes watermelon. We had some watermelon as like a little pre-breakfast before we meal prepped, so he munched on that a little bit. Okay, so finishing up with the tofu. We're almost open with all of these. Ooh, I'm gonna wash that a little bit.
You want to tell them about what type of tofu we have?
Yes, so this is extra firm tofu. If you're gonna meal prep with tofu, this is the best one to meal prep with. We like to bake it in the oven, let it get nice and crispy. The extra firm is gonna have a little bit of extra protein in there. So, and depending on what brand you buy, some of them do have more protein per serving than others. So look around, hunt around, see if you can find one that's at least twice the amount of protein as fat in it. Because tofu can be a little bit higher in fat than some other protein sources, but it's still going to have a lot more protein per gram than a lot of other foods. So tofu is going to be your best friend if you are trying to build muscle on a vegan diet. All right, so I'm going to cut these up. Something else we account for with that is like most of our other fats in our food that we eat, we try to just keep pretty like healthy fats in our diet. So we don't try to have a lot of oil in our diet. We try to not overdo it with the snacks. So that's something else to keep in mind when you're on a vegan diet. You want to make sure you're saving a lot of room in your stomach for protein. All right, so I'm getting those lined up. So I'm just quarter cubing these. This is the way that we choose to do this. You could always make smaller cubes if you wanted to. This just makes it easier, so that way we're able to put these in our meal prep and know how many grams of protein are in each. I think there's like about 17 grams of protein in each of these little blocks here. But like I said, you can make these smaller if you don't prefer to have them this size. But 4 of these go in each of Mitchell's meal preps. He's about 200 pounds. I'm about 130. I put 2 to 3 of these in each of my meal preps.
Susie asked, carbs per cup of the tofu?
Of the tofu. I don't know.
And yes, Dikshituda, this is tofu. The label is all mangled. Hold on. Let me get that for you. It might be hard to read on there, but there's 3 grams of carbs per serving. So for every 10 grams of protein, you get 3 grams of carbs. So pretty minimal in the carb department.
Yeah, it's much higher in fat and protein.
Rosita said, is that tofu? And Amanda asked, what does tofu taste like?
Yeah, tofu, Mitchell compares it a lot because, you know, before making tofu as a bodybuilder, he used to make a lot of chicken breasts. So he compares it a lot to that in terms of like, there's not much flavor to it. You do really need to add your own flavoring to it. So we add a dry rub seasoning to our tofu. Mitchell's going to do that soon. We get a Cajun seasoning from our local grocery store, but you can put whatever you want on it. Like I said, it doesn't taste like much. It's pretty bland, so you do want to make sure that you flavor it well, or else you're going to have bland tofu in your meal prep all week. You could do a more saucy flavoring to it. What I recommend if you're going to do a saucy flavoring is using one of the Primal Kitchen brand sauces. We're not sponsored by them, by the way. But they're very low in fat for most sauces. So if you're going to use that, you can kind of dilute it a little bit even and do a little sauce rub on it. So that's another good option that I would say. But do what you like. Just make sure you flavor it. It is bland.
Yeah, Jess G asked, do you ever marinate it overnight?
Yeah, we don't. This is a lot of tofu that we'd have to we'd have to marinate overnight. So we choose to just do the dry rub seasoning the day of, which is easier for us. But if you were gonna do like a smaller batch of it, I think that would be more reasonable.
Susie asked, what is the texture like after you bake it?
It's pretty firm. Like, we like to bake it for about an hour in the oven. Depending on your oven, it might need longer, it might need less long, I don't know. But we do about about an hour in the oven, and it usually is pretty crispy at that point.
Rosita said, do you sell it?
Do we sell the tofu? No, we just get it from Costco. We don't sell.
Yeah,
our
we
meal
buy
preps.
the tofu. No, we just eat this.
We just
But
eat it.
I'm sure if we had it in a restaurant, it'd be pretty fire.
Yeah, everyone that's ever tried our tofu has liked it. Like, I've never had somebody try my tofu and not enjoy it. So, I think it's gotten good ratings so far. Even people who like don't think they like tofu have tried our tofu and admitted that they liked it. So it's one of those things that, you know, we have pretty dialed in. All right, let me get cutting board out. So we're gonna press this tofu. I'm gonna let Mitchell do that part. But let me just get out the cutting board for him. So I wrapped it in a little towel. And now I'm getting out a cutting board to put that on top of it, and I'll let Mitchell press some more water out of that. So we're gonna switch places. And he's gonna put the dry rub seasoning on there.
All right, let's season up the tofu. So yeah, Ilana put that in like a cloth and folded it over so that we can press and get some of the moisture out of the tofu. The point of doing that is so that it isn't so like goopy and wet. You get a much better texture if you get less moisture in your tofu. So basically, pressing it or getting extra firm tofu, that's a very important part. Because if you get the softer tofu, it typically has more water, and you'll get a less desirable texture. So depending on what you're going to do with your tofu, if you're just going to eat it plain with some seasoning, extra firm works the best. So we like to meal prep with that. So yeah, we're just going to use a cutting board and kind of press this to get some of the water out. It's not the perfect solution. There's other ways you can get more moisture out that take a little longer, but this is a pretty quick way to do it. So when we're meal prepping, we're kind of looking for convenience. But if you're just making one meal and you really want to impress somebody, you can take that cutting board and put something on it and really let it get the water out for a little while. But I'm just doing a quick press, get a little bit of that moisture out, and then we're going to get it going.
Where do you purchase your tofu?
So we got this one at Costco. Cheapest option was at Costco for organic extra firm tofu. So if you can get it in wholesale, if you can get organic extra firm tofu, definitely go for it. Otherwise, you can just find it at like any grocery store should have it. But yeah, definitely look for the organic one. What are you laughing about?
Dream Team said, spoiler alert, he burns it.
No.
He's pretty good at not burning the tofu, guys.
He does sometimes burn a little bit to the pan, but
yeah, don't worry.
So,
it's not likely to be burned, but you know, if you want to stay tuned to make sure, you probably should.
So what you're gonna need to make this is a couple baking pans, or if you're just making like enough for one person, maybe one baking pan would be good. We have 2 baking pans here. We're gonna have a bowl for our seasoning, and then I'm gonna get a little bit of olive oil on these baking pans. So I'm gonna try not to overdo it on the oil. Tofu itself has a good amount of fat in it to begin with, so we don't want to add a lot of extra fat. We're gonna get into the oil later when we start cooking in a pan, because that's going to really require oil, and we want to make sure we don't overdo it in our meals. That's one benefit to cooking at home, is that your food can be a lot less oily, and you're going to have better macros on your meal. So if you're looking to build muscle or keep a lean physique, you want to be mindful of that oil intake. So I put a little splash of oil on here. And I'm just wiping it around the pan so that I don't have to use very much of it. And that's going to make it so that I don't need a ton of oil on my food.
Luna Sol asks what type of oil you use, sir.
So that was just extra virgin olive oil. Our favorite oils would be like olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil. Those are basically our go-tos. So
Meme Pits wants you to speed it up.
Speed it up, all right.
Yeah. If you
We're doing
guys
this live. This is real time.
if you guys are feeling impatient and you don't want to watch this whole thing live, we have a fully recorded version on YouTube.
We're speeding it up. All right, we have Cajun seasoning from our bulk bin. So you go to the grocery store and in your bulk bin you can get a seasoning, and then we're gonna put a generous amount of that in there. And we're doing a dry rub seasoning. So this is the key to getting your tofu to taste great, is getting some good seasoning on there. Because just like meat, the flavor on its own is not going to be amazing. It's going to be bland. It's going to be boring. But we're trying to do Cajun seasoning, add a little salt in there, and we're basically going to rub that on all surfaces of our tofu here.
We really upgraded our spice game too, guys. Like we got a glass container for our Cajun seasoning. We've been getting comments about, because we try to not use much plastic. We've been getting comments every week about our plastic that we've been using here, but we're upgrading, guys, so don't worry about it.
All right. So we're doing this seasoning here. What I do is I drop it in, and I try to get this on all surfaces. So I take two sides of it, get some Cajun on there, and then rub it together. That way the whole outside has flavor, but it's also going to help it get a good crispy texture. So
Emma asks if we can say hi to her.
Oh, hi Emma. Welcome to the stream. Not sure if you're returning or coming back, but yeah, we can definitely say hi to Emma. Yeah, so while I season this, guys, drop any questions you have in the chat about cooking, nutrition.
Someone asked what this is.
Yeah, so what we're doing today, if you're just tuning in, this is our live meal prep. We're showing you guys everything we do to prepare for the week for building muscle on a vegan diet. So we're making 20 meals. The first 10 are going to be rice, tofu, and veggies. This is the tofu. We're showing you guys the secret recipe. In the other meal, we're going to make our own seitan. This is our other plant-based source of protein that we like to use.
Not from Timbuktu says, nothing can make tofu taste good, let alone great.
Yeah, Cajun seasoning will definitely make your tofu taste good. So I guarantee if you tried this, you would think otherwise.
Smashly504 says, I want to learn to use tofu.
Yeah, so this is a great place to start. If you've never tried tofu, try doing a dry rub seasoning and baking it in the oven or even the air fryer. If you want to start with like a smaller batch and see how it goes. It's all about what you season it with, guys.
Aries J said, I didn't see the first part. Did you have to squeeze out water from the tofu?
We did, depending on the brand you get. Sometimes you don't have to, but if you open it and it just seems kind of wet, what you can do is fold it up in some type of cloth. Like what we have here is we have this cloth on our table, and we folded it up and pressed it with a cutting board to get a little bit of the moisture out. It's not necessary, but it can improve the texture of your tofu after baking it. But baking it will take some of that moisture out of it, so just cooking it like that by nature will improve the texture.
26.2 Regrets asks, would having smaller cubes of tofu help these turn out best?
Yeah, so we do this just for convenience. The size of tofu, these are a quarter of a pound, so 4-ounce blocks. We basically cut the tofu cube in quarters. So you could do smaller ones. We're cooking a good amount of tofu, so it would take a long time to season smaller cubes. But yeah, they would cook quicker in the oven if you cook or cut them up in smaller pieces. So, but you can make them any shape or size.
Smashly504 asks, what kind did you get?
Yeah, we got organic, extra firm tofu. So we try to get organic tofu because sometimes these mass-produced crops can be contaminated with a lot of pesticides, so we're trying to reduce as much of that as we can. And then extra firm is how you're going to get tofu with not too much moisture in it. It's going to have more protein per weight. So, and we get that at Costco.
Let's see. Carolina Xenia said, that's a lot of pieces. How long does it keep long?
The tofu stays good in the Tupperware for. I mean, we have it for 5 days, so that stays good. The things that don't last as long in the Tupperware are more like the vegetables. So those type of things spoil quicker than the tofu. The tofu stays pretty good the whole time. Alright, I'm running out of seasoning.
Someone on YouTube said, "Hi guys, just woke up to my favorite cooking show."
Who is someone? Welcome back.
I'm just gonna say his name is RB.
RB, welcome back.
Yeah. And then let's see.
Alright, last one's here. I'm almost out of seasoning. I'm gonna have to borrow some seasoning from this one.
Joni68 says, "Yes, what is that made from?"
Tofu is made from soybeans. So basically it's soybeans that they kind of mash up and take out the fiber, and they make this cube out of it.
Okay, I thought that might be your dad. It's your dad that's watching.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't know how to read the last part of his username, so I just said RB. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What else do we have on here?
All right, let's throw this in the oven here. So,
Smashy504 said, "Is there a temp you try to get it to? Will you cook at 400 degrees?"
Yeah, 400 degrees, and that size of tofu cube will take about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how crispy you would like your tofu. So, we are going to get some rice going. I highly recommend using a rice cooker or an Instapot. That's one of the best ways you can make rice without burning it. In the past, using like a regular pot, you always run into the issue of like burning the bottom of it. So we're going to use our rice cooker that we found at a yard sale a while ago for really cheap.
Someone asked what spices you used.
I used Cajun seasoning. So from the bulk bin, we have this big thing of Cajun seasoning. That's going to add some great flavor, but we'll show you some of the other stuff that we like to season stuff with. Like at Costco, we get this no salt seasoning stuff. Good blend of different herbs, spices, and dried vegetable flakes. And we're going to use some curry powder in our rice. So finding some good spices to put in your food is a great way to level it up, add more flavor, and more nutrition as well.
Shell asks, "Do you guys enjoy lentils? If so, what is your favorite recipe?"
We don't really cook lentils too much. Part of it is that when we meal prep, which we do most of the time, the lentils don't hold as well in the Tupperware. We typically use a garbanzo bean in our meal prep because it just stays fresher longer. But we do enjoy lentils, but unfortunately we don't have like a secret recipe for those like the tofu. Instead of rice this week, we're going to change it up and do some quinoa. We've been trying to alternate our grain between rice and quinoa just to give us some variety. So basically, if you cook quinoa on its own, it's going to be kind of bland and boring. Just like the tofu, it's all about what you season it with. You want to show them what's going on here? Yeah. So I'm going to do 4.5 cups of quinoa here.
That was 2.
Yeah, last time I lost track and we actually made way too much rice and it overflowed the rice cooker, but how many was that? 4?
That was 4.
And a half. Okay.
Ashley said, "Dude, no way. I've been wanting to go vegetarian, but want to keep body recomping."
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can. There's so many ways you can get protein on a plant-based diet. So if you're just trying to be vegetarian too, it's even easier. You have other options, but on a completely vegan diet, it's 100% possible to build muscle and lose fat. So yeah, making meals like we're making today are the best way to do it. So making sure to prioritize getting in like dense protein sources, so getting tofu and seitan in your diet, but also getting other things for the micronutrients is going to be important for your health. So
26.2 regrets says, "They link soy to breast cancer. Any worries?"
I feel like that's been a lot of misinformation. They've done a lot of research on soy because they've talked about how it changes your hormones, increases your estrogen, but that was because they found that there's phytoestrogens in your soy products, which don't really interact in your body the same way estrogen does. So that's typically been debunked in the recent years. So for our quinoa, we're going to add, we did 4.5 cups of quinoa. We're going to do 9 cups of water. At this point, I know exactly how to fill it, but you don't have to measure it out. Or you can measure it out if you're going to do it, but I know to fill it like to right here because we've been doing this so many times in a row. So what we have here, we are using a reverse osmosis water system. Something we highly recommend is avoiding the tap water. You don't know what your pipes are looking like underneath your house. Sometimes they're old and rusty and you're getting a lot of bad stuff in there. You don't know how they treat the water in your area. Most places, I'd say you're better off just getting a filter of some sort, so you can get like a countertop filtration system, like a fancy Brita that does reverse osmosis and purifies your water, or you can install one under your sink. I can show you, like we have one down here that just filters out the water really thoroughly. There's like 3 like filters that it really filters through and basically purifies that. So.
Someone asked how long you've been transitioning.
Transitioning what?
Like trans. No. He's not trans, guys. I think that was a joke because of the man bun, but.
I think that's enough water there. Okay.
That's what I thought at first, because they commented it before and then they commented a second time with the trans flag.
Oh, okay. What we're gonna do? So we have our quinoa in here. We're gonna add curry powder. So we usually do like a curry rice, but we just do the same seasonings in our quinoa. So we're gonna add this to our.
We did get a glass container for this one. We're gonna use it once we run out of the plastic container
this is how
one.
we were doing it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a pretty generous amount of spices in there. Give it some good flavor. So it's hard to serve out of this bag. So sometimes I just end up with either too much of it or not enough of it.
Someone asked, how was last week's rice? Was it spicy?
It actually was pretty good.
That was pretty dank.
It was a lot of rice, so I mean a lot of seasoning went in there, but like per serving it really wasn't too bad. So
Ashley asked
we
what
have a hole in this bag. It's leaking on me, but
Ashley asked what made us vegan.
I just tried it for health reasons. I heard it was good for lowering inflammation in your body, but then there's a lot of other ethical reasons that keep me to it. So it's great for the environment and it feels good not to contribute to killing of animals. So there's just a variety of reasons there. So I'm doing curry powder, salt, a little salt in that quinoa, and then black pepper as well.
Smashly504 says, meat has been such a turnoff lately. It tastes weird now and it's expensive.
It's definitely gotten expensive, and I will say the benefit of tofu, or one of the benefits, is it's much less expensive. So
for high quality tofu
you
too,
get
compared
the
to high quality meat.
tofu for much cheaper. High quality meat has gotten very expensive nowadays. It seems kind of scarce in today's world to have an animal live on an actual farm and eat a healthy diet. So I mean, I'm not even, I don't eat any meat, but I'm not against when people get meat from like quality sources. I think health wise that's okay, but yeah, the factory farming meat is what we want to definitely avoid. So yeah, mix that all up. We got curry, black pepper, and you don't have to think about it. It's doing that in a pot. If you do that in a pot, like if you forget about it, you're gonna burn it. That'll somehow stop automatically. I don't fully know how it works, but definitely recommend that, or an Instapot. That's something we're gonna get at some point, but for now that thing works. We got it for $10 at a yard sale, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Tiki said, thank you so much for sharing. I have learned so much.
You're welcome, Tiki. We're glad you're enjoying the stream.
You want to talk about how she can learn more on YouTube?
Yeah, on our YouTube channel we have other nutrition related videos. So we do things like what we eat in a day. We show you our exact diet, or we bring you to the grocery store with us and go over what stuff we like to shop for, what stuff we like to avoid. We have all sorts of videos like that. So if you enjoy this stream, you definitely want to check out our YouTube channel. Our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at like 700 right now. So we'd love if after the stream today you guys went over to YouTube and subscribe. We always appreciate the support over there. So
okay.
Do the veggies. You want to switch?
Yes.
All right.
I have it scrolled to where I left off.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Beach or where we at? Trying to see where we're at. Sorry.
Oh, did you scroll past it? Let me help you.
Where are we? What one did you read? I don't know if you like.
I had it where I left off.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Okay. Was that setup expensive? Do you know what setup they were referring to? Maybe that was
I
a
think it
minute
was
ago.
the sink.
Oh, the water setup.
Seat.
Oh, we gotta catch up on chat, guys. We're
that
behind.
Was like, I think like $250, something like that. Well, with the we just have someone install it for us.
Yeah, we paid a handyman like $100 to install it because it was a pain in the ass. But you can expect like $300 to get a quality filter either on your countertop or installed in your house.
It's well worth it though, guys. That's really important for your health to have good water.
Someone said that was clean under our sink. That's very surprising. It's not organized, but I guess it's clean.
I feel like a lot of people probably have a lot of junk under their sink.
Chef/farmer said, "Are we cooking seitan today?" And they sent a heart me. Thanks for the heart me.
Welcome back, Chef.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Yeah, we're cooking our own seitan today, so you guys are gonna get a sneak peek at our seitan recipe.
Yeah, make sure to stay tuned for that one. You don't want to miss it, guys.
Ashley said, "Yes, that's why I want to go vegan." The animals.
Yeah, I mean that's part of why I went vegan. It's the ethicality of things, the environment, but also for our health. So, and I don't feel like having an omnivorous diet is inherently unhealthy, but I do think there's a lot of health benefits to being vegan.
26.2 Regrets said, "This gives me another great protein option with the tofu."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not going to be vegan, I think having tofu in your rotation is a great thing.
Yeah, wait till you get the seitan, then you'll have another option as well.
Yeah.
Ashley said, "Meat is lab created now."
Yeah, I mean, it is happening. I don't know how available that will be eventually, but I'm curious to see how that will trend.
June said, "I love eating vegetarian. I feel much better avoiding meat and dairy."
Yeah, I mean, some people do, some people don't, but I honestly, my body has felt better since I went vegan. I had a lot of like digestive issues before becoming vegan, and I feel like that really helped my digestion personally.
Tiki said, "I do not eat red meat and I'm highly allergic to pork. I do chicken and fish."
Yeah, I mean, those are better lean sources of meat anyways. So like when I talk to my clients, because we have plenty of clients that aren't vegan, usually I try to find out what kind of sources of meat they do eat, and I try to steer them in that direction to eat more like chicken, fish, turkey, kind of leaner meats, because that's going to help them be able to build muscle and lose body fat a lot easier.
Oh, good question on YouTube. We're going to jump over there and then we'll get back to TikTok chat. How do you hit your protein goals for the day, as one should not consume more than 200 grams of tofu a day?
I didn't know that there was a limit to that. I don't think that there is a limit to how much tofu you can eat in a day personally, but how many grams of tofu do we eat in a day?
Well, I eat a pound, so 456 grams of tofu.
Oh, okay.
So I eat double that,
Yeah.
and I get 70 grams of protein from it.
I don't know. I mean, do you personally have a limit, like a health limit to it?
Me or the guy asking?
The guy asking. Because I don't think there is a limit to how much tofu you can eat in a day personally. And it's going to be one of the best ways to hit that protein target is by eating tofu. The other way you can do it is like doing seitan. You can do protein powder that's made from like pea and brown rice protein. So there's other ways to get protein on a vegan diet besides tofu. If you really don't like tofu or you just don't agree that you should eat very much tofu, there's plenty of other ways to get enough protein. Just don't rely on beans and lentils. That's not going to do it for you.
Joni asks, "Does that taste like fish?" I think she means the tofu.
No, it does not taste fishy to me.
It shouldn't taste like fish. If it does, I think it's rotten.
Yeah, there have been times where like
The expired tofu tastes like fish.
yeah, it does not
Yeah.
taste good. That happens every now and then. You get an expired tofu in that meal preps, and it's an unpleasant experience. It's like Russian roulette. Like you don't know which meal prep has it in it because like it's kind of split up into different meal preps.
Pyara Singe said, because of the phytic acid, your take on beans and lentils. I think they're asking, like, why don't we eat beans and lentils? Well, we do
eat them. It's really just because we can't get enough protein just from beans. But we do put garbanzo beans in our second meal prep, so you guys will see that today. We love beans. It's just, and they get you a lot of good like B vitamins. So you do want beans in your diet. You just don't want to rely on them as your only protein source because they're much higher in carbohydrates. You're gonna get full on the fiber before you. Did you just regurgitate?
He's hacking something up. You can't hear it. He doesn't have a mic on. Sorry, our dog's making weird noises.
Well, sorry, what was I saying?
Anyways, Tiki said, I'll follow you guys on YouTube. Thank you. And Beach Love asked for our YouTube name.
Yeah, so same as anywhere else. We're Infinite Motion Coaching. That's our website. That's our TikTok. That's our Instagram. That's our YouTube. So everywhere you can find us, Infinite Motion Coaching.
Yeah, Groovy said they couldn't remember the channel for the tofu. So Infinite Motion Coaching. Ravi Roller said, yay, going to the tube to subscribe. Shout out to all of you guys subscribing to the channel. We appreciate the support.
Subscribe, let us know where we're at. We've been trying to get to 700 for a while. And
we might be there
here's
now.
A new goal
a couple
that
of you
we
subscribe.
Is apparently in February. We've been trying to get monetized on YouTube for a long time. So if you guys can go and watch a bunch of our videos, that'll help us out so much because we're trying to get monetized before February because basically you need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized on YouTube right now, but in February they're changing that to 8,000. And if we get grandfathered in, then we can keep the 4,000, but we got to get to 4,000. We're not there yet. So when you guys subscribe, watch a bunch of the videos all the way through. That helps us out so much.
Okay, we got some questions to catch up on. Let's see. Ashley said, should I go full-blown vegetarian or ease into it?
I think everybody should ease into it, personally. I think, like, unless you have, like, a dire reason why you need to go cold turkey, I think it's easier for people to ease into and they can see how many meals a week they actually want to be vegetarian. Because maybe you don't want to be fully vegetarian, and that's okay. But just try a few meals a week, see how it agrees with your body, and maybe it'll make you want to transition fully. That's my tip.
Cinderella said, what is the filter for? TikTok just has a default filter on their live stream. I don't know. They just... if you want the unfiltered camera on YouTube, they don't filter it. I don't know why TikTok does that. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Vibe said, love your kitchen. Thank you.
It's a very cute little kitchen.
Yeah, this is a full look at the kitchen. And Pyara Singe says, but then what could be a good alternative to, say, cottage cheese or maybe hung curd? Good work, though. Hung curd. Maybe mung bean curd? That's why I think tofu would be the good alternative to something like cottage cheese if you are trying to go vegan. That would be like...
They do have a like vegan Greek yogurt that you can get, like by Kite Hill, if you're wanting something kind of like yogurty. So that could be also a good alternative.
Oh, Ashley followed us and sent a cool heart thing. Heart my earthling. Shout out to Ashley for the gift donation.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. That was a bigger gift. It was 100 coins. We appreciate it. Let's get to... Oh, Ashley asked earlier, do you guys do Beyond Meat? That was a good question.
Yeah, that's
what are your thoughts on that?
On the go, like let's say we're at a restaurant with our friends and that's the vegan option on the menu. We'll eat it then, but it's not something we seek out. And the reason for that is it is pretty highly processed. The macros on it are not the greatest. It's much higher in fat than we would like. Kind of more comparable to shitty ground beef is kind of how we like to compare it to, both with Impossible and Beyond Meat. But like I said, if you're on the go, you're wanting to stay plant-based, that's a great option on a menu that you'll find, at a burger restaurant.
Tiki sent a night star. 199 coins.
So
you guys are
much.
really competing there for the biggest
Appreciate it, guys.
gifter.
Once again, we
appreciate it. We appreciate
it. And like I said, if you don't want to donate anything, if you can go over to YouTube and watch a bunch of our videos, that helps us out quite a lot as well.
Chef Farmer said, "Thank you for your warm welcome, guys. I'm humbled."
Aw.
We appreciate the support, Chef Farmer.
Yeah,
We've seen you here a
always
few times
appreciate
now.
seeing you guys back week after week, asking good questions. So always love to give good little shout outs to people we notice coming back.
Cinderella said, "Please wash the veggies better."
Oh, I felt like I washed them pretty well, but sorry if they're not to your standard.
Some people like soak them and stuff, and we just give them a little rinse and scrub,
yeah,
you know.
a little once over, you know.
Let me see here. Anna said, "I've met people that are vegan that eat Fritos, claiming it's vegan healthy."
They're not healthy, but they might be vegan. I think Fritos are vegan. There's a lot of things that are vegan that are not healthy. Oreos are vegan, but they're not healthy. So just because something's vegan does not mean it's healthy.
Elaine69, welcome back,
I'm gonna switch.
says, "You guys look healthy to me. Keep eating the tofu." Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you, Elaine. Appreciate it.
Incognito said, "Isn't it soy? Doesn't that disrupt testosterone?" We went over it earlier, but long story short, no, that theory has been debunked. There's a long one on YouTube that I was going to read next. He's had some good insight.
Okay.
Let me get a pan here.
By the way, where are you from?
Yeah.
Okay. Pyra says, by the way, where are you guys from and what qualification did you go through? I myself am actually planning to do some good course on nutrition. Not going to start a YouTube channel, but then seeking an overseas job. Maybe it's just your experience over time or over it.
We're from the United States, so we studied kinesiology in school, and part of that is you need to take a nutrition class, which I basically took a nutrition class at a community college, and you learn so much valuable information from that. But like he said, also a lot from experience. So I did a bodybuilding show one time, which required me to get to very low levels of body fat, which definitely takes very careful planning of nutrition. So through just taking that course and doing bodybuilding, I learned a ton about nutrition. So just a little bit of school and a little bit of experience, I think you really start to learn those things. We're gonna do here. Why don't we get through another question?
Okay,
and
then the oil spiel. Okay. Yeah. June Missy said there's a ton of misinformation on tofu that came from the cattle industry.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I definitely think it's like obviously meat producers don't want people to eat soy, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess if people eat meat, the animals are going to be eating a ton more soy, so it's definitely in their interest to have the animals eat more soy because they'll consume more soy than I would. So,
and then
rapid fire the chat real quick.
Yeah, Ashley said, "Do you guys eat beans?"
We do eat beans. We're gonna add those to our meal, our next meal, not this one, but
on the counter is that.
Beans, so.
On the counter is that broccoli.
We're gonna do a veggie stir fry next. In some olive oil, very light. We have carrots, broccolini, and purple cabbage. You want to show them that?
Yeah.
While you read the next chat.
Chef Farmer said, you guys are rich in terms of health-wise.
Thank you, yes. So I think it's more valuable to have health than it is to have money. So you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to enjoy your money. So that's why we buy organic stuff. It might cost more, it might keep our bank account a little lower, but we're healthy, and hopefully that helps us live a better life.
Maria is here too, said, I just subscribed to both.
Shout out
and
to Maria.
Beach Love says, subscribed, says 701 subscribers. And Elaine69 said, love, let's go.
Oh, yeah, guys. We appreciate the support today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Main Pit Mom said, I've been vegetarian for 49 years.
Welcome back, Main Pit Mom.
Let's see. You want to start the oil spiel and then we'll come
back
back to things.
Let's
go into the oil spiel. We have more chat we'll catch up on in a minute.
So guys, I have this pan heated up. I put it on pretty low heat. So when we cook, it's okay to use oil. We try to get higher quality oils like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. There's a big debate about it online, but we're not a big fan of like processed vegetable oils. Personally, I'll stick with this. I think it tastes a lot better too, more importantly. But the thing about any oil is the quantity that you use is what's really gonna make a difference. You can overdo any type of oil. Come show them the calories on this. 120 calories in 1 tablespoon of oil. 1 tablespoon of oil is not very much. We're gonna measure it up for you guys. But it's enough. So the problem I see a lot of people do is they free ball this. They just start dumping the oil on the pan. They might be getting up to like a quarter a cup or more of oil. There should not be a puddle of oil in that pan. Let's show them what a tablespoon looks like. If you do it right, this should be plenty of oil. 1 tablespoon. Right now it doesn't look like a lot, but as that heats up, that's going to spread around the pan. And that'll do its job. So 120 calories I put in the pan there. This is going to be distributed amongst 10 different meals. I'm only adding 12 calories per meal. If you're just cooking one meal, however, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, you're adding 120 calories to your meal. That's more significant. That should be accounted for. But what we really want to avoid is cooking with several tablespoons of oil, adding hundreds of calories to our meal. That's something we want to be careful of, unless your goal is to gain weight, which I don't know many people who just want to gain excess weight. Usually when we want to gain weight, we want to build muscle, we want to be getting more protein. So this is just something to be mindful of if your goal is to keep a leaner physique. Watch out for those oils. As you can see, 1 tablespoon on a hot pan, that is coating the whole thing, and that's going to do its job. We just want it to be there so that it doesn't stick to our meal.
Tiki sent us a night star. I don't know if you shouted that out before.
I think I did, but thank you
Okay.
again, Tiki.
And Ginger sent us a heart me and a rose.
Shout out to you guys for the gift. We appreciate it. All right, I'm dropping the carrots and the cabbage in here first. And then I'm going to add the broccoli in.
I'm going to block this person. Or I'm just going to mute them.
Yeah, you can mute them. They can watch, but if they're saying
okay, there we go. We got rid of their comments from the chat.
All right. Let's catch up on that chat. I know there are a lot of you. We want to
Cade said, can't you guys make stock with the veggies going in the trash?
You know, we totally could. And
yeah, that's a good point.
It is a little wasteful to toss them, but
that is a good point, Cade. Thank you.
We're just donating them back to Mother Earth so that the landfill has some life to it. Yeah, no, you could totally make stock with that. But we have enough going on with this meal prep right now, so.
Someone asked if that's broccolini. I don't know if that was after or before we answered that. Yeah.
Broccolini, purple cabbage, very antioxidant rich, and carrots. That's our favorite veggie stir fry that we do for our meal prep.
Ravi Roller said vegan, vegetarian, or whole food plant-based.
We're vegan. We're not whole food plant-based. We definitely like to have dense sources of protein so that we can build some muscle. So we do tofu, seitan. Besides those dense protein sources, we try to eat more whole foods plant-based, but we don't fully rely on that. So the main things that we eat that aren't whole foods plant-based are protein powder. We do that in our smoothie every day. We do tofu. We make our own seitan. So those are some of the more processed things that we rely on. And we have some snacks from time to time. But yeah, if you want to see more of what we eat on our YouTube channel, what we eat in a day, we show you our exact diet that we eat. We pretty much do that.
You want to go back over the meal preps for people who are new?
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, what we're doing today, we have a big meal prep operation. So we have all our glass Tupperwares out here. We toss the plastic ones. We're doing glass Tupperwares. We have 20 of them. And we're making 2 different types of meals. Milo's sleeping on the floor.
I didn't notice he was behind the couch.
2 different types of meals. So one of them is going to be rice, tofu, and veggies. The other one is going to be seitan, garbanzo beans, rice, and a different set of veggies. So,
Patty asked, "Is your tofu fermented?"
No, it's not fermented. Just regular organic extra firm tofu.
Do they make it fermented?
I think they do. It's not very. It's kind of hard to find, but yeah.
What's the point of that?
I guess fermented tofu, wouldn't that technically be tempeh?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Fermented soybeans, but
no, I think you're right.
Fermented tofu.
The lawyer said pan doesn't look healthy.
The pan has a little bit of burnt stuff on
Has
it.
some character to it.
It's been meal prepped on once a week, more often than that probably for the last like 10 or 12 years. It's got some work put into it, so but it gets the job done.
RCP says a woman wanted to weigh 600 pounds to get a disability check started.
I feel like there's easier ways to make that money than getting to, like, that must be hard to get to 600 pounds. Like, I feel like with all the money that you spend on the food to get to 600 pounds, like the disability, it's just gonna net zero. So we're gonna make some seitan next. These veggies, we're gonna let them stir fry. Well, we're gonna make our own seitan. So that involves boiling some water.
Chef Farmer said they subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you, Chef Farmer. We appreciate the support.
And Sniper Wolf says, good morning, guys.
Welcome back, Sniper Wolf. I think you were here before. Sound familiar? Seitan is made out of vital wheat gluten flour. So this is the main ingredient is seitan. So we're going to make a dough out of that. It's kind of like pizza dough, but it's extremely high in protein. And then what we're going to do is we're going to boil that. Actually, we're going to do like a half steam type of thing. So I'm going to give it a little more of that water. Yep. We're going to get that boiling because we're going to need that to be ready in a moment.
Kay said, why not let the carrots cook first?
Because I like the cabbage to get cooked down pretty well. So, and I don't like the carrots to get too overcooked. I kind of like them a little crunchy still. So.
Patty says, doesn't tofu contain glyphosate, a poison used in Roundup weed spray?
Unfortunately, every food that is mass-produced has the potential to have glyphosate in it, even organic produce. So we try to get organic tofu because that means it's kind of 70% organic, so it has less pesticides. But glyphosate is in everything, so especially like even like meat, it's probably in because they're eating mass-produced crops. So in general, we try to get organic stuff to not be exposed to as much glyphosate because if you've heard, glyphosate is not very good for you, which I'm sure you've heard about.
Sniper Wolf said you have a cool shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, this is our merch that we have on infinitemotioncoaching.com. We're starting to make a variety of different shirts and other clothing. So, yeah, this is our new Infinite Motion Coaching shirt. We have a new one. There's a new merch line called Chalk the Fuck Up. Something we always say in the gym, but we have a new shirt on our website. So if you like some cool merch, it's made of organic cotton, so there's no glyphosate in our merch. InfiniteMotionCoaching.com.
All right, you want to start with the seitan?
Yep, so water's boiling. What we're going to do is get a bowl. Let me get a different bowl. So this is something that we've been doing to save a lot of money. We were buying seitan in the store, and for one small pack that had 68 grams of protein, it was $7. This whole bag of wheat flour or gluten flour has 400 grams of protein, and it's $10. So it's a much better value to do this and make your own.
Multiple people said the mic is cutting out.
Unplug and plug it back in on your phone.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I don't know what I did. Okay.
Alright. Technical difficulties, sorry guys.
Yeah, so hopefully that made the mics better. Let us know, guys.
Alright, so here's what we do for our seitan. So come show them the flour here. You get a big bowl of our wheat gluten flour, and in that we're going to whisk around some salt and pepper, and then we're going to add more seasoning later. But this is just so that there's a little bit of flavor inside the dough that we're making. So a little salt and pepper. I'm going to whisk that around with a fork.
Kimberly asked, have you done a video making seitan?
Yeah, so one of our videos, we made a little experiment making seitan jerky and protein bars. We have a video on our YouTube channel of that. We're still dialing in the seitan recipe, so we're kind of learning how to do it better every time. It's kind of tricky to make, so you'll see today. It's quite the process, but if you can get it down pretty well, it'll save you a lot of money from buying seitan in the store. So in there was 4 cups of seitan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna need 2 1/4 cups of water. We want a 1 to 2 to 1 to 2.5 water to seitan ratio. It depends on how you're making it, but since we're steaming it, we don't want to add a ton of water to this seitan.
Your dad said he's leaving to go to the dog park.
Okay, have fun, Niles. I think he's probably ready for his walk. Milo's
He said, "Great show, though. He'll watch the rest." He said he'll watch the rest later.
Right,
I don't know if he understands how live streams work.
No, we'll upload it.
Oh, I forgot we're uploading it. Okay.
So show them this real quick. 2 1/4 cups of water, and watch when I mix this. This is gonna turn into dough like really fast. So this is basically protein flour. I'm gonna need a little bit more water there. So yeah, that'll quickly turn into dough, and then this dough you can basically do whatever you want with it. Make whatever shape you want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take this and tenderize it, kind of pack it in.
Well, people said the audio is still cutting out.
Oh,
It's funny though because we have a lot of people on here. So I don't know. It says the mic keeps going in and out.
Oh, it might be like.
Do you think it's my mic? Whose mic is it that keeps going in and out? Is it Mitchell's or is it my mic? Let us know.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, and let us know if it's going completely silent or if
they say it's going staticky, crackly.
Oh, is it plugged into?
Oh, can't hear hers. I can only hear his. Mitchell. Oh, I don't even think yours is on. Oh, so it's my mic maybe.
Yeah.
Should I turn mine off and on?
No.
Oh.
We'll try that.
Okay. Let us know if that fixed it, guys.
We'll see. It could be a Wi-Fi related.
Yeah, it could be. It says we have a good connection right now.
All right.
It says his crackles and is patchy.
Oh.
That was before we unplugged it, though, I think.
Yeah, let us know if that fixed it. If not, we'll just unplug it and use the phone mic.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it doesn't work.
So, anyway, so what we're going to do here is we're packing in our seitan. Sorry, that kind of interfered with our seitan process. It's something you have to do kind of quickly, otherwise you get air pockets. So we did get a little bit of air pockets. So this is a pretty delicate process. It's pretty tricky to figure out. But you basically make this dough out of this, and then you cook it somehow. You can either bake it in the oven, you can steam it. What we're going to do is actually do both. We're going to steam it and bake it in the oven. So my dough came out kind of weird today, so we're going to have some weird shaped seitan.
I wonder if it sounds staticky because of the vegetables being cooking.
That.
That's probably it.
They might be hearing vegetables.
Yeah.
Alright. You have a bit of an air pocket, so we're going to have a weird seitan today, guys. So you're going to see some weird shaped seitan later.
Does this need to be mixed up?
Yeah.
Okay. Occupied. Oh, okay. Morgan said, can you tell me more about the process of making seitan? What went into it? I think they just tuned in.
Yeah, so if you just tuned in, basically, you take wheat gluten flour, and you add water to it, and you get a dough, which you just saw the dough. So you didn't miss much, but basically I added salt and pepper to that mixture you just saw, and I'm going to boil it. And then we're going to season it afterwards, so we're going to have to leave that on the burner for a little while. With the lid on. I need something to space those out a little bit.
Fodero says it seems better now, the audio.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll work. Sorry, guys.
Think it was this.
It might have been.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys being patient with the audio.
I think you were hearing
I was
this
trying really loud.
We'll turn the heat down a little bit.
Ravi Roller said, how long does it boil?
So we're gonna boil that for what time is it? Like 45 minutes or so while we do our other stuff, and then we're gonna come back to it. And then once it's boiled, we're gonna cut it up. We're gonna do a dry rub seasoning like we did our tofu, and bake it in the oven for a little bit just to let it finish cooking. So, in the meantime, we're gonna prepare our other stuff. So.
Okay, they think it wasn't the veggies frying. Yeah.
That kind of sucks sometimes. So.
Appreciate you guys letting us know when the audio's not
Yeah,
doing well.
you
Thank you guys.
Let's see. So.
Asked 45 minutes to boil. You say?
Yeah, about 45 minutes. It depends on the size. So I put a pretty big chunk in there. So we're still learning the recipe. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I would just recommend Googling a recipe or like ask ChatGPT or something. It depends on what you want it to come out like. So I'm new to boiling and steaming it. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna season our veggies a little bit. So. We're doing broccoli. We have our broccoli, carrots, and cabbage.
Shell said, I made it for the live. Yay. What's the number on YouTube? We getting that backflip?
Oh, God. Okay, so, Shell, what the deal was that if we got to 700 subscribers last stream, I was gonna do the backflip, but we didn't get to 700 subscribers last stream. We have got to 700 subscribers today. So when I was at the gym yesterday, I made this video special for you. I'm gonna upload it today on TikTok, so just keep an eye out for it. I can't do the backflip inside. It was gonna be pretty dangerous, so like that was why I drove a high bargain for that. But we did make a video special for you and the other people looking for the backflip when I was at the gym yesterday when we had ample space to do the backflip. I would have done it last time if we got to 700, but. That
Okay, how many do they have to get to today to see the backflip live?
We have to catch up to Mr. B. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe like 750.
That's a little high of a bar. We'll say
725.
If you can get us to 720 today. Well, how many do we? Yeah,
Yeah, 720. Okay.
We'll say 720. That would be 25 subscribers from the time we started the stream.
Yeah.
So. I mean, that's what I'm looking for there. That's my bargain. And I will do it on stream if we get to 720. I'll go put my running shoes on and I'll have to go outside. My only thing is, like, if we go outside, we might lose the Wi-Fi connection, so I don't know if this will actually work. If that doesn't work, we'll film it and do it, and I will deliver the promise, so.
Shell said, oh, I knew, but at least we're getting it. And she said, I've been waiting to ask you guys, have you tried pumpkin blossom tacos?
No, what's a pumpkin blossom? I've never...
Sounds interesting.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, it sounds different. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried that either.
Okay, so with our veggies here, we're going to do some salt and some no-salt seasoning. So, guys, if you have a Costco, I can't recommend this enough. No-salt seasoning. This has some really good flavor.
It's worth the plastic.
It's in plastic, kind of sucks, but the rest of it is organic, and it just has a bunch of different herbs and spices in it. Really good flavor. If you want a seasoning where you just don't have to think about it, throw it on there. This would be great on the tofu. When we cook on the weekend, we kind of just throw this on there because it's easy. You don't have to think about it, and it tastes great. So.
Oh, Fire Raid is back on YouTube.
Welcome back, Fire Raid. What's up, man? I have a bunch of seitan stuck to my hands. It's really sticky when you like make the dough.
Did you put the bowl in water?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh.
That's overflowing. It needs to steam though.
Charlie said, just join. What's boiling? This is our seitan, so that's going to be the protein that goes in our second meal prep.
Alright guys, so check it out. We're putting no salt seasoning. What I like about the no salt seasoning, I'll show them the no salt seasoning. You can just put a ton of it on there because there's no salt on it. So you can't overdo it. You're just adding a lot more flavor to it. But then, because I'm not anti-salt, I add our own salt to it. And then I can add like a proper amount of salt, like a moderate, reasonable amount of salt. So I'm going to do that twice. So I add it to the top, mix it around, so that we can evenly distribute our seasoning throughout. So That's one thing I always recommend when you season something in a pan is stir it up and then add another layer. Otherwise, you're just going to get seasoning on some of the vegetables and not all of them. So 2 little rounds of seasoning.
Is this boiling over?
Yeah, it's just doing something weird.
Okay.
Just, yeah. 2 little rounds of that. That should be good to
Amber
go.
said you should use sea salt. Ionized salt is terrible for you.
So here's the thing. The iodine is what we're looking for in the salt. As vegans, you need to get your iodine from somewhere. So I suppose we could do a iodine supplement. But this salt I have learned is actually not that good. It's not from the potassium iodine they add to the salt. It just so happens that it has like a anti-caking agent, so tricalcium phosphate, which isn't that great. But it's really hard to find a good iodized salt, so we're still trying to figure out a good salt solution. So we might go with the sea salt and just get an iodine supplement and add that to the supplement routine.
You want to learn more about the pumpkin flowers? Shell
Oh,
told
yeah,
about. She said
know about the pumpkins.
it's flowers from pumpkins, and you add cabbage, onion, tomato, and cilantro, and lightly soften the blossoms.
Interesting.
And then she said, I guess the pumpkin flowers are high in protein.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how high in protein are they per gram, Shell? I'm curious.
Where do you find them? I've never seen them in the store, so.
She said you can use the flowers from zucchini, pumpkin, and cucumber.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Ravi Roller said, I think I've found my new favorite cooking show. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Ravi Roller, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you enjoy our stream, you love our YouTube channel as well, so. Shell would love if we got to 720 subscribers, because I'll have to do a backflip, so.
Oh, she gets them from her garden.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've never seen them in the store, so.
I feel like that's something you probably have to get from your own garden.
So, yeah, I'd love to try them. Maybe if we see them one day, we'll give it a shot. I'll leave that slightly closed. So.
It says unstable connection.
That's right, it'll come back. So let's show them what's going on here. If you're just tuning in.
The connection is lost.
Yeah, is it lost? Or
it gave me a notification. Oh, there we go. Now it's back. Okay. Someone asked what you're cooking, so that's a good time, actually.
Oh, yeah. So if you're just tuning in, what we have going on here, we're doing our big meal prep operation. You can show them the Tupperwares here. Yeah, so we're cooking 20 meals for lunch and dinner for the next 5 days between me and Ilana. What we have cooking is... for our first meal, we're doing veggies. We're doing quinoa, which we'll give you a sneak peek. This is going to be a quick one. That's still cooking, so we're going to close that. And in the oven, we have tofu baking, Cajun tofu. So rice, tofu, and veggies. We showed you guys all the great ways we season those things, so it has a lot of flavor. That's going to be for 10 of the meals. The next 10 is going to be seitan, quinoa, and garbanzo beans, along with a different veggie stir fry with a different variety of vegetables. So that seitan is boiling right now. That's why we have this weird pot of like stuff that you've never seen before. But once that's done boiling, we're gonna cut that into pieces, season it, and bake it in the oven once the tofu's done. So general recap of what is going on here. So we're just waiting for that quinoa to be done. We're gonna serve it. In the meantime, let's answer some of your questions. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We're doing rapid fire chat time now.
There's not that many questions, but I'll read the ones that we have. Ravi Roller said, I also subscribed on YouTube. Thank you, Ravi Roller. We appreciate the support. Yep. And then Shell said the flowers are sweet and savory. I tried for the first time yesterday, the pumpkin flowers. She said, I've never had quinoa. Is it gritty?
It's a little more, like, I don't know if I'd call it gritty, but...
It's a grainy.
It's more fibery than rice, so like they're like little round pieces that are kind of fibery. You just gotta try it. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of unique, but it's pretty good, I'd say. So.
NPE Gotti asked, what kind of veggies?
Yeah, we're doing carrots, purple cabbage, and broccolini.
Declare asked, what were your spices besides salt?
The no salt seasoning was the other spice in those veggies, which I showed you here. You get that at Costco. So I would say it's like the flavor of like seasoning salt without the salt. If I had to compare it to something.
They're showing the curry powder too.
Oh, and then in our quinoa we added curry powder. I mean, you don't really have much to see. It's just in a bag, but We have curry powder. On our tofu, we had Cajun seasoning. So those are basically some of our favorite ways to season our food here. The rice cooker just popped, so that's a little wet still. I'm gonna let it evaporate, but we're gonna give that a little mix up. Want to show them the quinoa?
Yeah. Ravi Roller asked, how long are you baking the tofu for?
The tofu is gonna bake for 1 hour. So it's probably, what time is it? Yeah, it's probably gonna be done pretty soon. So.
Have you tried purslane? And then Fire Rate
Purslane.
asked about MRE. If we tried MRE.
I've never tried purslane, and I've never tried like like a meal ready to eat, like what they have in the military.
Oh, okay. Is that what that stands for?
I've never had one. No.
Do they even make vegan ones?
I think we have something like that. The big block.
Oh, really?
It's like from a survival kit.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's a big block of like, it's basically like palm oil and flour. It's like this just really calorie dense block that you add water to if you're hungry and in a survival situation. That's the clue, but we haven't tried it yet. We haven't had to be in a survival situation, thankfully. Thankfully, I haven't had to resort to eating that. Okay, so we're gonna serve up some quinoa here. Let me clear up our table. Let's get some stuff out of the way. Okay. So, we have our glass Tupperwares over here. We're going to serve up our quinoa. So, when we show them that, that's our curry quinoa. We basically added curry powder, salt, and black pepper. And what we're going to do is we're going to add about a cup of that to each meal. I do 1 full cup. Ilana does like 3/4 of a cup. So, there we go. So this is going to be our base with our tofu and our veggies. So yeah, quinoa on its own, kind of bland, kind of boring. So I definitely recommend adding some seasoning, just like to anything. I feel like food without seasoning is bland and boring. So explore that spice aisle at your grocery store. See what new ones you want to try. Everyone's got different preferences, so we all like different seasonings and stuff. Yeah, I like the curry and the Cajun ones that are a little more spicy and zesty. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, guys, this is our meal prep operation. We do this every single Sunday. We live stream this every Sunday for you guys, and we show you guys exactly what we eat on a vegan diet to build muscle. So that's the base. The carbohydrate, we're not relying on that quinoa for protein. Our protein is in the oven right now, the tofu.
Fire Rate said I have the MRE spaghetti one.
Oh, okay. Is it like the actual MRE, like the one that like the dry powder one, that, or is it like is this a brand of like meal prep type thing? I think it might be talking about the actual MRE. Alright, so
Okay then said, did you boil the rice in bone broth?
no, so it has that yellow flavor or yellow color from the curry powder that we added in.
I see why they thought that.
I'm gonna put that over here.
Yeah,
So
we're
that-
vegan, so we don't use bone broth. But I have heard that's like a really good way to get some extra protein if you're not vegan.
Yeah, but if you want, you can do like veggie broth if you're vegan or vegetarian to
Add some
extra
flavor,
to
yeah.
that rice. That would actually be pretty delicious. But yeah, we just like using some herbs and spices, kind of the same idea. So we're gonna add our veggies next. So we have our veggie stir fry, our purple cabbage, our carrots, and our kale. Our broccoli. We have our
lightly
kale for the next
oiled.
one. Yeah, lightly cooked in olive
If you're
oil.
new here, we do light oil here.
Yeah, we're not heavy oil users. We're trying to keep our physique on the leaner side. We're not trying to get like shredded or nothing, but the oil is going to kind of fill us up and add extra calories that we'd rather be getting from a whole unprocessed source of fat.
Didio sent us a rose.
Shout out to Didio. We appreciate the gift.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So guys, we're putting these in glass Tupperwares. That's something we recommend if you're going to do meal prep, is investing in some glass Tupperwares. We got this set at Costco. We had to get like 2 of them, but like for like $30 you can get a set of glass Tupperwares. And that's one of the best things you can do to upgrade your health, like not nutrition wise, avoiding the microplastic exposure from the plastic Tupperwares. And you notice I have a wooden spoon that I'm using for this hot pan. So we want to avoid heating up plastic in our food because that's just going to melt. That's going to get microplastic particles in our food. That's going to get into our bloodstream. That can cause all sorts of issues with our body. So they're starting to learn that this plastic exposure is not the best for us. So it can disrupt your endocrine system and cause other issues. So
DDO said, I have just become vegan from being vegetarian for many years.
awesome, congrats. Hopefully you can take a page from our book and learn how to make some meals. So this is not a complete meal. We have quinoa and veggies. That's not going to be...
This is what restaurants think is a complete vegan meal.
Yes, if you go to the restaurant, they're going to give you the rustic veggies on quinoa, which, you know, you can survive off of this, but if you really want to thrive as a vegan, we need some protein on there. So
you're going to be hungry in like 10 minutes after eating this.
You're not going to be building muscle on something like that. So we're going to come to the oven, guys, and get our tofu out of the oven. Let's get the oven.
iOS said, I have a crush on you.
Oh, thanks. I'm taken. I don't have my ring on because I was doing senton, but
I think they're male as well.
hey, we don't judge.
I don't think Mitchell swings that way though.
Sorry, dude. Wait, we need to put that in the oven. I don't have anywhere to put that.
Oh, he said both of us. I think we're gonna mute him.
That's okay. We can. It's not that inappropriate. We'll give him one
I
more
feel
chance.
like no, I muted him. I feel like it was going in a bad direction.
Yeah. Okay, so
It seemed innocent at
check this
first.
out, guys. We have our Cajun tofu. So each one of these blocks is 4 ounces of tofu.
It's boiling over.
Hold on, seitan's boiling over. I just need to like.
It's chaos today.
Yeah, the seitan is being weird today. Yeah, so 15 grams of protein per block here. So each one of these is 1/4 of a pound. So we basically took a 1 pound block and cut them in quarter cubes. And you'll see how much we put in here. So there's another pan in the oven. So I'm going to have 4 of these cubes in each one of mine. And Ilana is going to have 2 or 3. So I'm getting 60 grams of protein from the tofu itself. And then, I don't know, so sometimes people say quinoa is a very good protein source, and I think it's a terrible protein source. Yeah, it has protein, just like everything has protein. But if we want enough protein to build muscle, quinoa is not going to do it. I have like 1 serving of quinoa, I'm getting 6 grams of protein. Considering that you need about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to really optimally build muscle, that 6 grams from that quinoa is not going to do it. So I like quinoa. I think it's a great source of carbs. I'll come show them the meals. I think it's a great source of carbs, but this tofu is what's really going to do it. So each one of my meals here has 4 blocks of tofu.
I gotta switch with you.
Oh, I dropped it. So 4 blocks of tofu in mine, that's 60 grams. I might have 2 servings of quinoa, so maybe 10 grams of protein from that. That's 70 grams of protein. That's going to be a good muscle building meal. I eat that after my workout. Ilana is a much smaller human, so her meals have 2 or 3 of them. She has 2 different sized meals, so
We got a lot of comments coming in.
fire them off.
Okay, I haven't even scrolled down, but there's 22 new messages.
Fire it off.
Didio said, having trouble making tofu palatable for me. Maybe a texture thing?
Maybe you need some seasoning on there. So what we like to, if you missed it earlier, we baked this in the oven at 400 degrees. Beforehand, we did a dry rub seasoning with some Cajun. It's going to give it a lot of flavor. Firm up the tofu a little bit by baking it in the oven. So if you do want to try it, that's what I would recommend. So baking it and seasoning it well beforehand.
Ruth Vasquez said purslane have some protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, C, and minerals. I still don't really purslane, the thing that she was asking us if we ate earlier.
Purslane.
I still don't really know what it is.
What purslane is. Is that like a vegan thing, or is that like a fish or something?
I don't know. She hasn't explained that.
Let us know. If you know what purslane is.
Ash asked, "Are you guys dating, married, or friends?"
We're married. Yeah.
Freedom Land 2 said, never mind. You thought said if.
Let's go. I'm ready for it.
Okay, no. I keep reading a comment and I'm like, this is not worth reading. They're just like off top. They're just off topic. Let's see.
Okay, so anyways, what we're gonna do is our seitan is probably done boiling. I need to get.
Dot camo said tofu is estrogen with the skull face emoji.
Has phytoestrogens, which don't have the same effect as human estrogen. But do you know what has a lot of estrogen? Milk and meat. It actually has real estrogen in it. So I'm curious what you think of that. Unless you don't eat that either, then I'd be interested to hear your take on that.
D commented that our YouTube passed 700 and said, we're awesome. Oh, sent us a you're awesome.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for getting us past 700 subscribers, guys. We appreciate the support. You gonna read?
I know. I'm reading the comments out first. D sent us a heart me. I don't know how to read their name. Let's see. Said, what is tofu made out of?
Tofu is made out of soybeans, so it's basically they mash up a bunch of soybeans and let the fibers settle. They remove the fiber from it so that it's an even more dense source of soybean protein.
Kathy said, how about millet?
Millet's a pretty healthy grain, so where that would fit in our diet if we were to do that would be like in the bottom of that meal over there, like a bed of rice. But millet's also a nice healthy grain option. Adding in different grains can be a good way to get more variety of nutrients in. So our grains go-to are usually, we do oats, rice, quinoa, and I think that's pretty much it. That's the ones we stick to. The other ones are great as well.
D sent us 5 roses.
Thank you, D. We appreciate the gift.
And then okay then said, what did you season the tofu with?
Oh, we did Cajun seasoning on the tofu.
It's right there. Let's see. Bell Goblin said also extra firm tofu may help to get to bake.
Yeah, extra firm is the one we get. We get organic extra firm tofu. That's going to give you the best texture for your tofu. So we do that. We even pressed it a little bit. If you missed that, you can go and watch one of our live streams on YouTube. We post them all after we do it. We make the tofu every time. We even have an edited long form video where we show you this exact meal prep process. So if you missed it, head on over to YouTube after and you can catch some of the earlier stuff that you may have missed.
You want to switch? I'll do the next veggies.
Yeah.
Okay. I have it at the top where I left off.
All right. Yeah, Shell said I have texture too. Like she didn't like the texture of it at first, and tried the baked with Cajun, and it was actually good. So, yeah, if you guys are tofu curious, try that recipe. I think you might like it. We hear good things about it. You guys, it seems like people have tried our tofu recipe and liked it. Fast Stuff Boy said, bro, but like why choose to go this way when people claim to get the same results from a regular diet? So basically asking why are we vegan when you can get results from a meat-based diet?
I personally feel like it's really good for my digestion being vegan, so that's part of it for me. I also really gel with the ethical and also environmental reasons why people go vegan, so that's part of why I eat that way, but it's not to say that it's unhealthy to be omnivorous. I think you can have a very healthy omnivorous diet as well. So to each their own on that, but you got to find what diet works for you.
Stressery said, Satan always makes me giggle.
Just like the name, yeah, I guess that it kind of sounds like Satan.
Laura Lee said, best meat for estrogen.
Like, to boost estrogen?
I'm just reading the question.
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't have a good answer for that.
I think like the overall picture of your diet is probably the best way to keep your hormones in regulation.
Yeah.
Just avoiding things that are endocrine disrupting would be a big place to start. But
Definitely.
like one thing we recommend is like glass Tupperwares and trying to avoid plastic cookware and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that disrupt your endocrine system there. So.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a good point.
Okay, then said, is there a specific reason you guys are vegan? Is it anti-inflammatory diet or why?
Well, we just talked about that.
Yeah, I want to give you a little glimpse, but it's definitely great for inflammation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the main thing is just avoiding overly processed foods with extra sugar and oil in it. I think that's probably the best for inflammation. But
and eating the rainbow, lots of antioxidants.
exactly, yeah. So, but you can do that without even being vegan. So,
Yep.
trying to get colorful foods in your diet. We got purple kale,
I think just eating more
rainbow
plants,
chard.
trying to get as many plants in your diet as you can, whether you're vegan or not, I think is important for anyone.
Bella said, "Do you guys make kids recipes?"
We don't, but we are hoping to have kids one day, so, stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow, because we will try to have our kids be on a vegan diet if it's healthy for them. That is our plan.
I don't know. I just feed them this, but a littler portion.
The thing I do know about kids being on a vegan diet is that they can't have as much fiber because their stomachs are smaller. They fill up on it a lot more, so they need a little bit of a higher fat diet is what I have learned about kids being vegan. But it is possible to have your kids be vegan as far as I know. Just, you got to be a little more careful about it.
Shell said, "I put the baked tofu in a strawberry vinaigrette salad, and it was so good."
That sounds yummy.
Thank you, Didio, for the finger heart. We appreciate the gift.
Thank you.
Shout out to everyone following us, guys.
Yeah,
I see there's a lot of new
appreciate it.
followers, like Rachel Bush, Mika, Jackie, KK. Those are some of the ones I noticed there. Apple. Shout out to you guys for following us here.
Thank you guys for subscribing on YouTube, too. Feel free to give us an update where the YouTube is at. Like we said, if we get to 720 subscribers today, Mitchell will do a backflip on the live stream. We try to set the goal nice and high for that because it is a dangerous maneuver here, but,
There's a low ceiling.
We will reward you guys. If you guys, there's a lot of you on there right now. If even just 20 of you go and subscribe, you're going to see a backflip. So I think it's well worth it.
Bella said, "Ooh, Cajun. I need to try that with rice and tofu. Y'all season nicely." Yeah, we're big fans of the seasoning, guys. You got to have a good seasoning game. That'll up your cooking.
Yeah. There's lots of different seasonings you can have. So that will really vastly change up the flavor profile of the meal prep, even if you meal prep with the same food every time.
Turtley said, "What's boiling in the pot?"
That is our seitan, so that is going to be our protein source for the next meal.
Yeah, it looks weird now, but you'll see when it comes out. We gotta keep it in there for now.
Yeah.
There's another Shell, and she said, "At Shell living in Pacific Northwest, I just wanted to say hi to you. I also live in the PNW." So there's two Shells from the PNW.
Nice.
That's
Maybe
funny.
become friends.
Okay, so Green Eyed Lady said, "Purslane, a fast-growing herbaceous annual with succulent leaves and stems."
Oh, so it's like a vegetable?
We'll have to try it sometimes. If it has protein and omega-3s.
What does it taste like? What is it similar to? Because I've never heard of that. Both our phones are being used right now, so it'd be hard for us to Google it.
Let's see. Bella said, "It's so good for inflammation. Made all the difference in my swelling, ankle-wise, and blood flow." I think she means like eating a vegan diet. Ricky in a beam said, "Have you heard of Paul Saladino?"
We have heard of Paul Saladino.
I actually enjoy watching Paul Saladino's videos.
He's a little aggressive
Besides like the animal-based diet thing, I like a lot of the stuff he shares. I think he has some good valuable information.
Not aggressive, abrasive is the right.
I think he's kind of funny. He
But
probably does not agree with how we eat, but I respect the lifestyle. I see what he's doing, like. Shell said, "I have purple basil. What can I put it in?"
Pasta would be really good. I actually really love when we put a bunch of basil in our pasta. We haven't done that in a while. But, we do pasta quite often, but putting basil in pasta is delicious. You can put it in anything though. That would add good flavor.
Ricky in a beam said, "Plant defense chemicals. I would recommend a human-based diet."
Huh?
A human-based diet.
What does that mean?
Does that mean you eat humans?
I don't know.
Is he recommending a cannibalistic diet?
I don't think I can get behind
Later on he said animal diet, I mean. The problem with vegetables is that a lot defense chemical.
Do you mean like Roundup?
No, like supposedly there's things in vegetables that aren't good for you.
Oh.
Is he the one that asked about Paul Saladino? Okay, so he's the one that asked about Paul Saladino. This is the thing that I disagree with Paul Saladino is he demonizes plant-based foods, which I think is just kind of ridiculous. Just so you know, Paul Saladino used to be vegan, and he completely failed at it and wasn't healthy on it because he wasn't eating correctly. Probably because he was just eating way too much vegetables and wasn't actually eating a well-balanced vegan diet. So now he's on the other end of the spectrum, bounces all the way to carnivore. I mean, he eats some fruit now. But I just think that's a little extreme. So I don't agree with everything Paul Saladino says, but there's plenty of research out there showing you the benefits of eating plant-based foods. There's tons of populations that have eaten a primarily vegan diet, and their lifespan is significantly longer. So I can't just fathom that eating vegetables is bad for you. I think that's like kind of a hoax. Jackie said, "I love tofu and usually have it with white rice. Rice recommendation?"
We like basmati rice from the foothills of the Himalaya. We just get this rice from Costco. But this rice in particular, you heard that rice can be high in arsenic. This, where it's from, isn't this from India or something, right?
The foothills of the Himalayas.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
That's like near India, but
Near India, right? I think
somewhere around there.
I think it's
Yeah,
higher in
product of
arsenic if
India.
you get it in the United States, is what I think I've heard. Don't
There's
quote me
more
on that,
arsenic in
but-
the soil, and it's
Yeah.
growing straight in soil. So
And for some reason, rice, I think, absorbs a lot of arsenic, so this is a little lower in it. So, recommend checking that out. Look how thick the stem is. Look at this.
holy shit, our tofu. Wow.
That's a really thick stem.
Yeah, you should keep that in there. Our seitan got bigger.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave that in there to just simmer a little bit. Let's see. Shell asked, "Did you guys check into setting up creator TikTok shop for merch?"
No, we do need to check that out. Thanks for the reminder. We were really hard at work this weekend, kind of fixing a lot of our merch because we wanted to make sure that all of our merch is 100% organic cotton on our website. So we're spending some time reworking that. So this unfortunately is not 100% organic cotton that I'm displaying, but all the stuff we sell now is. Really looking out for your guys' health.
Yeah, so no shirts on TikTok shop right now, but on our website we do have our merch. So if you want some 100% organic cotton shirts, and do we have the sweatshirt up there?
We have both a hoodie and a crew neck.
Yeah, so if you're looking for some organic cotton stuff, we got some merch. If you want to add some to your wardrobe. Kimberly said, "What happened to the hearts? I can't heart the live."
Oh,
I
don't know.
don't know. I think if you just, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I can't tap it.
That's weird. I don't know.
It's getting, maybe they changed the way it looks like. I don't know. We have a lot of chats. Let's what is seitan? Seitan, spelled Seitan, is a wheat-based protein. It's basically like wheat flour, but they remove the starch from it, the carbohydrate. We're gonna show you guys how we finished making that, but we basically made the dough and started boiling it, and then we're gonna cut that up and season it in a little bit.
Seitan, guys, it's one of the cheapest, probably the cheapest high protein vegan sources there is. Basically cost us $10 for all of that seitan, and that has 400 grams worth of protein in it. So plenty of protein for a whole week's worth of meals there. Versus something like tofu, which, how much do each of those tofu containers cost that we get from Costco?
I mean, the tofu at Costco is pretty cheap. I'd say it's comparable.
Comparable? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking actually maybe more of the Upton seitan. So if you get it already pre-made, we used to get it pre-made, and it was like $7 for a pack of 68 grams worth of protein. So much more expensive if you get it pre-made versus if you make it on your own, it's pretty cheap for a lot of protein. Okay. Switch.
Yeah, so... Alright, we're pretty much all caught up on chat. We're going to skip the Paul Saladino bashing. I think we all agree here that he's kind of ridiculous, but...
Oh, should I put away the meal prep?
Extreme said... I'll do that, don't worry.
Okay.
Extreme said, what are the greens? We have purple kale and rainbow chard here. And then, let me see. You can use those stems. I told you we can use the stem. I want the stems, but Ilana always does it and gets rid of the stems. You guys will have to convince her to keep the stem of the chard. You see where we left off?
Yeah.
Someone said you have to click and go to, what is it? Was that about the, can you read that?
Oh, maybe the heart me?
Can you read her?
Said you have to click out and go back in to, or not the heart me, the hearts on it.
No, I think she's talking about the, if we do our website,
Oh.
that's the problem is that people leave TikTok and then they leave the stream. But I think on the TikTok shop, they might be able to stay on the stream and go and do that. So
Yeah.
we'll try to get
We'll figure that out. As I wonder if we can connect our Printify.
I think you can.
Because all of our stuff it goes through Printify. I'm curious if we can just connect that.
I'm pretty sure we can. Someone told us we did. I think we Googled it. So we'll work on that.
Oh, how do I block someone on YouTube?
Why?
They're being a racist.
What'd they say? Yeah, just ignore the one on YouTube.
Can I
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Hide user on the channel. There we go.
Good idea.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you want to continue with the chat here?
Let's see.
All right, so we're gonna do a stir fry here. We're doing shiitake mushrooms, and then someone asked about our greens. We have purple kale and rainbow chard. So I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of olive oil to the pan. I'd recommend measuring that out if you haven't done it before. About a tablespoon. And then we're gonna saute those mushrooms, and then we'll add our greens on top once the mushrooms cook down a little bit. That's gonna be our vegetable for our next meal prep. So we finished up doing the previous one, the quinoa, tofu, and veggies. So we should probably pack it. Is this warm yet? Cooled off? No. I'm gonna let that cool a little bit longer. I don't like to close the Tupperware when the food is warm. Otherwise, you get steam in there, and then you get a lot of moisture trapped inside. So.
Sean said, "What up, Thor? How's your day?"
What's up, Sean? Day is good. Just starting out, cooking, doing our meal prep. Usual Sunday business. Alright, so I'm letting that oil spread around the pan there. And we're going to add our mushrooms. I'm going to keep that on pretty low heat. Mushrooms will stick to the pan pretty easily, especially these shiitakes, because they're a little drier. So.
Shell said, "Have you tried organic farro grain?"
I think at one point I did, but it wasn't something I just desired to eat regularly. So I think different grains are pretty good, but I don't know, I usually just stick to rice and quinoa. I'm kind of basic with the grain game lately, but when I was younger I tried all the different grains and they're pretty good. They all taste like rice but different texture to me. Alright, so let's mix these up. Something I recommend, guys, a lot of you guys might have plastic utensils in your kitchen, but that's not something we want to put on a hot pan. So I have this wooden spoon that I use to mix. This thing works great. It's not going to have plastic melting into our food, contributing to more microplastic exposure. So little things like that I recommend just trying to be mindful of. So I think things like that can actually have more impact than you might think. So,
Sean,
keep as much plastic out of our body as possible.
Sean asked, do you believe peanut oil for cooking?
I prefer olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil, but to be honest, I think the amount of oil used is what's really gonna make a difference. So, I'd say peanut oil might be better than like canola oil or other vegetable oils. I don't know, like before I was vegan, I would go to Five Guys and they would like deep fry the fries in peanut oil. I always thought that was pretty bomb. I thought it tasted good, but I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I don't think oil is necessarily like a health food in any way, and not something we should consume too much of, regardless of the type of oil.
AAA said, I hate mushrooms.
Okay, well, you can replace your mushrooms in this meal if you want to copy this with something else. Maybe you can do zucchini. How about zucchini?
That's funny. That's literally what I was thinking. I was thinking of saying zucchini. That's
We're on the
weird
same
how we were on
page.
the
Yeah,
same wavelength there. So I was thinking of another vegetable that we didn't already have included.
Yeah,
Or
so-
eggplant. Eggplant
Yeah.
actually would have kind of a similar texture to mushrooms, like kind of mushy, but like different flavor.
The idea is we do something hard and then we put something soft on top. So
Those aren't very hard.
the mushrooms,
They're kind of mushy.
I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop.
Wow, those being really cute in the corner there.
What I like to do with mushrooms is I like to add a little bit of salt and pepper to them. They have a pretty good flavor on their own, but a little salt and pepper brings out a really great flavor, especially in those shiitakes. Smells great, very delicious. So,
Iverson said, I love you guys.
oh, thanks, Iverson. Welcome back. I think you were here before, maybe last week. So, a little salt and pepper on those, and then I'm gonna throw all our ingredients right on top of that and let it steam underneath there.
Ellen said, I love it.
I'm glad you like our veggie stir fry here. I'm assuming she loves the veggie stir fry.
Yeah.
Um,
Priya said, you guys should consider bitter gourd from Asian Indian grocery store and stir fry. It's medicinal. What is the medicinal
What did she
benefit
say
of
it
that,
was?
Priya? Bitter gourd?
Oh.
I don't know.
There's so many different vegetables and stuff you can add in there, but yeah.
She said,
I
I
think
love
a
what...
variety is good. Changing it up can be good.
She said, I love what you guys are promoting here.
Thank you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the seitan out. Let me just clear off our cutting board, dry it off, so that we can carve up the seitan.
A little seitan turkey.
I don't think it came out the best today because we had technical difficulties while I was making the dough, so the dough kind of came out weird. But we'll see. It's kind of a weird shape today. Maybe got a few more air pockets than usual, but
What happens if there's air pockets?
it turns into a weird shape.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm running out of space.
Yeah, we have a small kitchen.
Okay, so let me get a spatula. That might be a little stuck. You want to show them that pot? Give me
Yeah.
a
Little
sneak peek
preview.
of
This is how the veggies are turning out right now. Steaming away.
So that's partially cooked right now. I wouldn't say that's completely cooked. It's still pretty soft. So with seitan, we want a pretty firm texture. We don't want it to be like gooey like. So here's what we're gonna do. We're running out of space here. Give me a moment. I need to shuffle some things around. We need baking pans. So I'm gonna slice this up, do a dry rub seasoning on it, and then I'm just gonna use the same pan that the tofu had. Oh, that got wet. Plop that in there.
Priya said, you all are my Sunday morning meal prep virtual partners.
Oh,
Are you meal prepping too right now, Priya?
Alright. So, yeah, some people have said they meal prep with us, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
One thing I really like about this is just inspiring people to do the meal prep because I think it's just so beneficial in so many ways. It's a great way to save money, eat healthier, and it saves you a lot of time during the week to just have some meals prepared. So, in a bowl, what we're doing is we're adding some more of that no salt seasoning from Costco. And we're going to do that on the seitan. But you can do any seasoning that you want on your seitan if you want to make it. This is just the one that we enjoy using the most.
She said, I get inspired and improvise with what I have in my fridge. Yes, in St. Louis, Missouri. So I think she is
Awesome,
meal
nice.
prepping. Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad.
What are you meal prepping, Priya? We want to know.
Let us know what you're cooking today.
Are you cooking the same thing? Are you cooking something different? Curious.
So yeah, I'm just going to kind of carve this like a ham, and we're going to have some
Oh, Milo wants some.
chunks of seitan. I don't know if you'd even eat this, dude.
He always thinks he wants things that we're cooking on the cutting board, but then he doesn't really eat things that aren't dog food. It's funny. He'll lick it and then just spit it back out.
Here, show them they've been waiting for this. So
Yeah.
this is what the seitan looks like. So as you can see right now, it like kind of jiggles. That means it's not fully cooked yet. So we don't want our seitan to be like gooey. We want it to be like firm. So that's why we're going to continue baking this in the oven.
Priya said, I've never used seitan. I'm going to get it and try this recipe.
So yeah, you can. If you've never tried it, you can just buy it pre-made. That'd be a good way to try it because it's a lot of work to make it. So yeah, if it's your first time with seitan, you might have a better impression if you just buy it yourself.
C said he definitely wants meat. Oh, probably about Milo.
Milo? You want vegan meat?
Yeah, he does eat meat. He's not vegan.
Yeah, he gets
But he does like garbanzo beans and tofu. He's kind of a weird dog.
Show them the seitan again.
Oh, yeah.
You're waiting a long time for this, so you gotta give them
sorry.
the action here.
Sam asked, what is seitan?
Sam, I thought you meant Sam from work.
No,
Seitan is
as far as I know.
It's basically, what they do is it's a wheat flour, but they take the starch out of it, so it has no carbohydrate. They wash it out, and then you're just left with the protein part of the flour. And then, so it's basically wheat meat.
Anonymous said, what encouraged you to go vegan, or what was your reason for going vegan?
Well, it's just something I wanted to try out at first. I heard there were some health benefits to it, and I tried it, and it felt really good. I felt like I just felt better eating that way, and then I wanted to try it for a week, and then it just stuck after that. So.
User 610 said you should
That's
keep
hot.
the dog out of the kitchen while you're cooking. We try to, but he just goes where he goes. Sometimes we kick him out.
House, so,
Yeah. It's kind of a small place.
hey.
Most of the time he hangs out in his little hole here.
Why
That's
do
where
you
all
not
of
want-
his toys are.
Why would you not want this in your kitchen? Look at him. He's being so good.
He's such
He
a
won't-
good
He
boy.
won't jump on the counter. or anything.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's really so good.
He's such a good boy. Anyways, he's waiting for garbanzo beans. He knows around this time on Sunday morning we open garbanzo beans for our meal. So that's kind of what he's waiting for.
I'm going to tripod you real quick. I need to take a little intermission.
Okay.
Let's set you up.
Set that on the selfie cam and bring that nice and close so I can read the chat. I don't have, my hands are messy, so I won't be able to.
Let's flip you guys. Flip. We'll flip. Okay.
You get them a good angle, nice and close.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing a dry rub seasoning here on this baking pan. Watch out behind you, I got the oven open. Alright.
Oh. Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, tossing this around. And then when we bake it, it's going to get more firm in the oven. So, sorry, I won't be able to read your chat for a moment. Someone said, we smell your cooking. We should come over. Yeah, if you can make your way over here, we'll let you try the seitan. But I have a feeling you. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys, you fell on the floor. Let me get you guys back up. Tripod took a big fall. Sorry. That's gonna take a quick adjustment. Bear with me. I need to wash the seitan seasoning off my hands and get you guys back on the tripod. Man, you guys took quite the fall. Are you guys okay? Nobody got hurt? Quick adjustment. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, anyway, so we're making seitan, Debbie. Thanks for asking. And everyone said Milo's very cute. He likes to be in the kitchen, guys. I think he's perfectly fine in here, so. You guys have a good angle? Okay. Back to the seasoning. Uh-oh. Veggies are getting stuck to the pan. Chaos is ensuing. So the tricky thing about meal prep is sometimes you have like several things going at once, especially if you want to do it efficiently. So that's just something that'll take practice. But if you want to do it more efficiently, learning how to juggle multiple cooking tasks and learning when to start certain things will save you a lot of time when you're meal prepping. But that's part of the reason we cook the same thing every single time, is that we get so in the routine of it that we can do this efficiently. But if we had never done this before and we tried doing this exact meal prep operation, odds are would be that like it would take so much longer. It would probably take twice as long. So just learning how to like make your go-tos is going to save you a lot of time when you're meal prepping and make it more efficient. When you pronounce seitan, it seems like the devil in Arabic, shaitan. It does sound a bit satanic there, so. Someone said soy diablo. I don't know what that means. Do you like garlic cloves? Yeah, we cook with garlic on the weekend a lot of the time, when we just cook like one meal. But the problem when you meal prep is if you use too much garlic, sometimes it becomes a little rancid smelling by the end of the week. So not the most Tupperware friendly food there. So what are we dipping in the bowl? So we have seitan. I'm going to show you guys a close-up of that in a moment. But we're basically doing a dry rub seasoning on our seitan here. We boiled that seitan. We made it from scratch. So we got our own wheat gluten flour and added water to make a dough. And then we boiled it so it became more firm. Now we're at the stage where we're seasoning that and about to bake it in the oven for a little bit. So let me show you guys that real fast. Yeah, that's our seitan. There's another pan in the oven with that. So yeah. So that's a very dense plant-based source of protein. So it's even leaner of a protein than tofu. So if you're on a vegan diet and you're trying to build muscle, you definitely want to have some seitan in the rotation. So what we're going to do is we're going to bake that in the oven at 400 degrees. We had that oven going. Someone said the panhandle is dangerous. I don't know what this little panhandle is going to do to me, but
I think they just mean that it's like poking out.
I always leave it like that, and I don't knock it over.
I've almost knocked it over.
Oh, I see. Okay. What's next? We're gonna package up our Tupperwares and get some new ones out so that we can.
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta squish down your little tofus when you're doing this. It's gonna be a little tricky to get these in the meal prep containers. We get asked a lot about the plastic lids. We're not so concerned about the plastic lids. Like, yes, it's touching a little bit of our food, but we are not going to heat up our meal prep in the plastic or with the plastic lid on it. So we're not quite as concerned about plastic if it's not getting heated up. We're really concerned more about the base of this because this is what's going in the microwave and going to be heated up when we are eating our meal.
Sean asks, does you use ginger?
We don't use ginger, but ginger is a really good thing to use in your meal prep too.
He said it looks like French toast, the seitan, and he called it Minecraft food.
It kind of does look like Minecraft food.
There's a question. Debbie asked, was that chicken breast you put in the oven? No, that was seitan. That's a plant-based meat alternative that we made from scratch. So
it does kind of look like he was carving up meat when he was doing it.
Look like little slices of chicken breast, yeah. But that's why it's got very good macros. It's straight protein, so
it's got kind of a meaty texture to it.
Oh, Turtley said, how long was it boiling for? Like 45 minutes,
yeah,
I think.
30, but yeah, 45 is a better estimate. I would just check on it here and there, make sure it's at the right firmness before you take it out.
I'm all caught up on the chat, so if you want to tell them something new.
So we're getting these closed up. I'm going to put these in the fridge. This is what brings us peace for the week. We have these all stacked up in the fridge, ready to go. We don't have to think about our lunch and dinner. Then we can focus our attention towards work for the week. We can focus our attention towards having a healthy lifestyle, go to the gym. If you're so focused on what you're making for lunch and dinner, it's really hard to be focused on other things. And yeah, it would be better to be focused on making healthy meals than not. But if you can make them ahead of time, then you can turn your focus to other things. So that's why we really encourage our clients to meal prep, even if it's just meal prepping, for a few days, if you don't like meal prepping for a lot longer.
Nora asked, can I have the spelling of this word? I'm thinking seitan. But if someone could spell this in the chat, because I can't type, but it's Seitan. Seitan. I think some people pronounce it seitan. But I don't know. Potato.
We have a giant watermelon in our fridge.
No one says potato.
Making it hard for me to put the meal preps in.
Thank you, Dee. That's the correct spelling of seitan. I don't know.
Pro tip during the summer, get yourself a giant watermelon every week.
Oh, yeah, that's been pretty clutch.
That's main fruit source lately.
Oh, can you stir that real quick?
Yeah.
I only got one hand.
Yeah, we gotta make
you probably turn this
doesn't burn, or getting those mushrooms a little burned to the pan here.
Turley said, how hard was the transition into this lifestyle?
For me, it wasn't very challenging. I was already pescatarian, so I was eating seafood, but I wasn't eating other types of meat before I went vegan. And I would say, other than fish, the main non-vegan things I was eating was yogurt, Greek yogurt and eggs. So for me, it was pretty easy transition from that. And also because I had solid reasons why I was doing it. If you don't have solid reason why you're becoming vegan, you're not going to stay vegan. And that's what I like to tell people. So if it is something you're interested in doing, you need to have solid reasons why you are being vegan and why you're staying vegan. Otherwise, it's not going to stick.
I'm putting you on the tripod right here. I have to pee.
Because I won't lie, it's not an easy thing to transition into. Okay, let me flip you guys around. What? Okay, I'm just going to flip for a second. Let's see if there's anything else I can answer for you guys while Mitchell is peeing. Let's see. After cooking, that food can freeze. We choose to not put it in the freezer. The tofu gets kind of a weird texture if you put it in the freezer after it's cooked. I've heard good things about putting tofu in the freezer before it's cooked, but afterwards, it gets a really weird texture. So we choose to not freeze it. We choose to just eat it fresh. Unfortunately, by the end of the week, it's not tasting as fresh, but I would still prefer that over the frozen texture personally. There might be other things you can make that will freeze better, but yeah, the tofu, not as good frozen. Let's see. Are you a fan of lobster? I don't eat lobster. I don't know if I've ever eaten lobster in my life. Mitchell's from Maine, so he used to eat a lot of lobster. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten lobster in my life. I have eaten crab before, and I'm assuming it tastes kind of similar to that. Mitchell can attest to that more.
Lobster?
Yeah.
I grew up in Maine. Yeah, there was good lobster.
Lobster.
Lobster. Well, I don't eat lobster anymore, but you know, it's just better than crab.
Does it taste kind of like crab though?
It's way better than crab. Is gross.
Okay.
I remember I tried crab and I was like, why would you? When we had lobster, well, crab is cheaper than lobster.
Turtley Glam asked, how long have y'all been vegan? I've been vegan for a decade now.
Yeah, I've been vegan for 8 years, I think. But he asked earlier if it was a hard transition. I know you answered that, but for me, I just jumped right into it. Cold turkey. Get it? Any cold turkey after that? But I never ate cheese. I know a lot of people have a hard time giving up cheese. I never really liked that beforehand. So, I mean, like, I didn't have to worry about giving up the cheese or anything. So, that made it a little easier for me, I guess. But no, I did it. I just one day decided to do it, and I've done it ever since. Okay, so we're going to serve up some quinoa again. This is going to be the base of our second variation of the meal prep. So we just cooked one big batch of that. We'll show them our curry quinoa.
Yeah.
So I'll do about, I usually like to do a cup, but I don't think we have enough. So I'm going to do like 3/4 of a cup.
Sean asked, Thor from Maine, did you see any bear or deer on highway?
I mean, a lot of deer. I never really saw a bear my whole life there. I lived there until I was like 14. So
I feel like we might see a bear when we go to Yellowstone.
we're going to Yellowstone, so we probably will see a bear there.
Hopefully not close up. That's the not gun, whatever. I'd like to see one, but from a very far distance.
Yeah, there's not a lot of quinoa, so we're going to have to do a little redistributing.
Turtley Glam said, do you get tired of eating the same thing for the week? If so, how do you deal with it?
Not really. I think it's just like a discipline thing, like knowing that this food is going to help me get to my goals in terms of building muscle and getting stronger. So I don't really get sick of it because I guess like at a certain point I'm not really eating because it tastes good. I'm eating because it does taste good, but because it's what my body needs to be fueled for my workouts. So I think shifting your intention to like eating food as fuel for your life as opposed to eating for like the taste and the pleasure helps you eat a lot healthier. So it's fine to eat for pleasure sometimes, but like that, doing too much of that and having that mindset is what gets people to overconsume unhealthy things. So just having that idea of like, oh, like this is to refuel me for my hard workout. Oh, I'm eating breakfast. Yeah, I eat this breakfast every day, but this is what's going to give me the best workout possible. But I do enjoy the foods. If you're hungry, food tastes good. So I haven't had a problem with it. By the 5th day, I guess I get kind of bored of it, and then on the weekend we do something different. So we have a little weekend reset.
Will you put those back in the fridge? I meant to, but I forgot.
Hold on,
let me do that. So these are our smoothies that we're going to have later. They do have some frozen fruit in it, so I'm just going to put these back in our fridge somewhere. We'll see if I can fit them in. So that's our fridge at the moment. Pretty full of stuff. Have to fit our other meal preps in here somewhere. Yeah, we got a giant watermelon in there, if you can see that in the back. Oh, Flash is here. He said, hey, guys.
What's up, Flash? Welcome back. But yeah, that's a little sneak peek of what we normally eat in the day. You see our meal preps here, but you'll see like what we have for breakfast or what we do when we go out to eat. And want to see that other stuff. Definitely check out our YouTube channel. We have all sorts of videos where we show you more into our diet besides just the meal prep aspect of it. We also have like a gym review series where we go and find the best gyms in the world. So yeah, if you want to see stuff like that or you want to see more from us, just want to hang out with us, not in the live form, go on YouTube and be sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so we'd really appreciate the support.
007 said, was watching when you guys were putting spice on the tofu. Since then, I cut the grass and cleaned the pool.
Very productive day for you. Very good. Different type of productivity than we did. But.
Sean said, how long does tuna still stay fresh after you cook it?
I have no idea. I've never meal prepped tuna. Even before I was vegan. See, that's one of those things. Before I was vegan, I would never meal prep. I would never meal prep fish. I had tried it, but it just like it would get kind of rancid by the end of the week. So I was just found that like chicken breast or like ground beef or ground turkey was a safe go-to for meal prepping. But yeah, fish I feel like is a no-go for your meal prep if you're gonna keep it in there for several days.
Flash said possible, like Puppy is waiting for you to drop something.
He's waiting for the beans.
Yeah, he is waiting for the beans. He's going to get up as soon as Mitchell starts opening up the beans. You guys just watch. Sean said, have you tried air compression plastic for cooked food?
I've never heard of air compression plastic. I'll stick to the glass. If it has plastic,
We don't want it.
Guys, I've been drinking from this glass gallon for the last 6 years of my life. This has been my water bottle that I bring with me to the gym.
Had that glass gallon for almost our entire relationship.
It's like my baby. I keep it safe. But I bring that everywhere, so.
Oh, Sean said Milo wants hot dogs.
You want hot dogs? You've never had a hot dog. You probably like hot dogs, though. All right, we're going to get some beans going here. So, as you can see, our kitchen's kind of small. Unless we have all these dishes getting dirty, it gets kind of crowded. So we choose not to...
Oh, he has arrived. He knows what's up.
Make our own beans.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, he likes the beans. He's really picky. He doesn't eat, like, dog treats half the time. But if I bring out garbanzo beans, he's like...
I don't know why. He's funny.
He'll do anything for it. Down.
He loves his bonzos.
Down.
Good boy.
He will do anything.
Stay.
For the bonzo. Stay.
Flash said, do you wash it out inside your container? Your glass container?
Sometimes I give it a rinse with some hot water and just let it run for a little while. We said down.
Oh, that was not very good, babe. Down.
Remember we said down and stay?
Down. Down. Good boy.
He's
down.
There.
All the way down. All the way down.
Down.
Bless you.
Dogs are funny. Stay. Stay. Stay.
You're embarrassing us on the live stream, Milo. You're supposed to be better than that.
He really wants to be. We'll have to give him some. Let me get the strainer. So anyways, guys, we're doing canned beans just because of lack of kitchen space, but you could do these in a... Okay.
Milo.
You know what? We're going to ignore you.
I think he got scared by the noise.
I'm running out of space. We have too many things going on.
It's a lot going on.
Usually, like, when we cook, we'll, like, clean as we go. But, we always have a big mess to clean up after we live stream. Because, like, we can't... You guys would get bored if we're just, like, washing dishes and shit. So...
Do beans give your dog the runs?
No, but sometimes he doesn't chew them and they come out whole.
Yeah, he did have really mushy poop yesterday.
So I should clean out my sink.
Yeah,
here.
Mitchell's gonna be at home today to edit our YouTube video, so he'll deal with it if it does cause him the runs.
It's sort of like a tomorrow, probably. I feel like.
Yeah, we'll see. Depends how quickly it goes through them.
So yeah, just doing the canned garbanzo beans. If you had like an Instapot, you could probably do that. I'm curious if we had an Instapot, if we can put the rice and the beans in there. If that would cook at the same time.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I'd be interested in trying to do something like that. I really think we need to upgrade and get that Instapot. Because I think we'd I'm telling you, I think we should get rid of the rice cooker.
Wait, this is important before you open. It says user 610 said clean the top of your cans before you open them.
Too late. Little rat poop don't hurt.
I guess we're not cleaning them. Sorry.
Too late. Sorry. The sink is already preoccupied by the strainer, and if I take the strainer out, I'm gonna have a bean juice mess on the counter. So.
Milo would like bean juice. Oh, I'm sniffing the camera. That's cute.
Alright, you're almost ready for beans.
You need to sit. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Turtley Glam said, yes, if you put the rice and beans to cook in the Instapot, it'll work.
I'm telling you, I think we should toss the air fryer and get an Instapot.
I really like our air fryer, though. I mean, we don't use it that much, but, like, also, like, my parents bought this for us. I'd feel bad getting rid of it.
Okay, we can, like, stash it in the storage spot upstairs.
For when we have a
bigger kitchen.
a bigger kitchen, yeah. It's a nice air fryer. We don't use it a ton, but like it is a really nice air fryer. I don't know. I think
it has non-stick pans in it.
I think what we could do is just get the Instapot and store it in the cabinet like we do with the rice cooker.
Oh yeah, but it's pretty big, so it won't fit there.
In this spot?
Yeah, like it's like the size of the air fryer kind of.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our beans. Let's go pour those in our Tupperware over here. And then whatever ones I miss, you're gonna get to eat.
Oh, yum! He's really hoping you miss a bunch. Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty accurate today. Sorry, Milo. It gets hard. Oh, one bean for Milo.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, more Milo beans.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
We better be more accurate or a dog is going to have digestive problems.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of Milo
He's getting a good
beans.
handful today.
Oh, yeah. You gotta make him do a bunch of tricks for those.
Okay, Milo, you're gonna display your.
I'm gonna tripod you after that, okay? Because I'm gonna start cleaning. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna feed them to him and then.
Yeah, and then
I'm gonna get the seitan out. If you want to show them that. Before we tripod it while I clean up.
Okay.
All right, Milo, sit down, spin, sit, shake, other shake. What else do you know how to do? Spin again. Other way.
Make him squat.
Sit. He can't have the food.
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
get confused. Okay, good enough. Good job.
Good job, jackpot.
Jackpot, good boy. Alright, we're gonna get the seitan out of the oven. Hopefully that's done.
Sarah said, hello, guys. Hope you all are doing well.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome back. We are doing well. Our food is prepared almost, and yeah, so that seitan is expanded because I got too many air pockets in it. Let's show you that, and then yeah, where are the oven mitts? Oh, here it is.
Here, let me go ahead and set up the tripod.
Here, will you just show them this really fast?
Yeah.
Because I want them to see the. We can go back there. Okay. So here's what the seitan looks like. It's kind of puffed up right now. But those will go back down. So I'm just going to put these in our various different Tupperwares here. Where we can fit them. Wait, be patient.
No, I need to start cleaning.
That's hot,
Unless you want to be left with dirty dishes all day.
Okay.
I gotta go to work, guys.
Alright, well, don't worry. You guys are tripoded for now, but I'll show you the seitan.
Yeah, don't worry.
So yeah, here we have it. You can see it kind of swelled up like bread. Oh, that's fucking hot. Oh, God. Hot. The oven mitt is getting old. It's not really holding, well. Why is there two black metal handle on the door? It's for assistance to get up the step there into the bathroom. We don't need it, but we didn't install that, so. Let's set you there. You guys might fall into the food here. Sometimes it tends to happen, but let me drop some of these in there. I'll show you what the meal looks like. Ooh, it's hot. So yeah, this seitan has saved us a ton of money by making this ourselves. It's a bit of a process, but I would definitely say it's worth it. Totally worth the pain in the ass. Let's see. distributing this up nice and evenly. Alrighty. Let me flip it around and show you guys that. So Mike asked, how long do these meals last you? They don't spoil over time. This is going to be 5 days worth of food. So that's like the upper end of how long I would leave food in there, 5 days. I would not eat it for more than 5. Swan diving into the food sounds cinematic. All right, Emerson, this one's for you. Give you a good cinematic look at all our food there. I missed the prep for seitan. Could you say that again? Basically, it's kind of a long process, but on YouTube, we have a whole replay of our meal prep video. So I would just recommend checking that out. It's kind of a complicated process, but basically we made dough out of wheat gluten flour. We boiled it, we cut it up, and we did a seasoning on top. And then baked it in the oven after to finish cooking. No way, JKE says, looks yucky. Sorry. Well, good thing you don't have to eat it. Crafting Queen said, hi, yummy. It is very yummy. It has a very good seasoning on it. So, Sean said, what is perfect smoothie? We make a pretty dank smoothie. You can see the whole recipe in our What We Eat in a Day video on YouTube. We definitely recommend subscribing over there, guys. If you want to see more content like our live streams, we have long form videos on YouTube where we show you guys like what we eat in a day. We bring you grocery shopping with us. So stuff like that is on our YouTube channel as well as our other fitness content. So yeah, and then yeah, you saw the final meal there. We just need to clean up and get going, guys. We got things to do today. We've been meal prepping for like 2.5 hours. So we appreciate all the support in the stream today, guys. We do these streams every single Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. Me, Ilana, and Milo. I'm Mitchell, by the way. Me doesn't tell you my name. Mitchell, Ilana, Milo. We'll be back next Sunday, 7:30 Pacific time. Be sure to follow, guys. Before we go, if you're tuning in, just follow. You're going to get the same stream next week. Thanks for following us, Dawn. Shout out to Dawn. She said, I'll check out the YouTube. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, that has water in it. We have a big mess to clean up, guys. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Last look at the seitan. And yeah, any other questions, guys? Milo is the only name I'm going to learn. That's okay. That's probably, yeah, most important name is Milo. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Janet, that's not meat, that's seitan. Check out the replay on YouTube later tonight if you want to see what that is about. See you guys.
Bye.
Later. Thanks for tuning in, Turtley.